Hey, it's Mike back with some more history on the Morris Canal Greenway in Warren County, New Jersey, and we're here in the Port Murray Preserve. I've been thinking I should do something on this site for a while here because there's so much to say, but I also want to address some issues here. The property and Incline Plane number 5 West are accessed off of Hoffman Road in Port Murray. It looks on the maps like you should be taking Brickyard Road. That is not open to public. That's only for the residents that live back there, and they have the right to call the police if you use that road. So this is a really nice trail. The preserve is maintained by the New Jersey Youth Corps under contract from the county and by members of the Warren County Parks Foundation. Really beautiful site and worth visiting, but I wanted to make it clear you can only go in by the way that I'm on right now. This here on the right, there used to be a road that went off here. And it went up to the upper end of the canal, the berm side of the canal, we call it, on the slope. And there were some homes back in there where people lived that worked on the at the terracotta factory just up ahead. So the trail here follows what used to be called Terracotta Lane. And here is the canal. We're looking westbound on the old canal. You have what we call the Vermeuil era drainage culverts over here. The canal was abandoned in 1924, dismantled by 1927, and the abandonment engineer was Vermeuil, and a lot of these concrete structures, which now have a history of their own, are in place. Now here's the really cool part. We are looking at the foot of Incline Plane number 5 West. So this was a mess until very recently, when Don Mayberry took it upon himself to start doing a lot of the clearing here, and other volunteers have come in since then. What we're looking at is the sleeper stones. Before our modern railroad ties made of wood, they utilized stone sleepers, they were called, and the rails were affixed to those. The old railroads used to use it too. Allegheny Portage Railroad, the Camden and Amboy, the Mauch-Chunk Railroad can all be used as examples that had sleeper stones. One of the problems with sleeper stones is they did not maintain the gauge of the railroad. So that means a lot of derailments. You got some really great riprap rocks still here on the sides. So a lot of volunteer work went into this. Some Metro Trails work went into this as well. Matt Davis and I built the section of the Greenway Trail to the east of here that had to circumnavigate a section of canal. Let's look at the plane a little bit more here. Nice angle. And Sandy Westerman and her kids helped to clear the section down from this. That's not open right now. It says private drive there, as you can see now. Hopefully we'll eventually reopen the trail that we built down from the side of that, but it was really tough to keep open. So plane 5 went up through here, but the upper end of the plane was excavated away by the terracotta factory. So those following the Morris Canal Greenway to the east, the west. To the east you have to follow the road you saw. To the west you have to follow the driveway a little bit through here. And again, there's no parking back here unless you're part of a Warren County official tour or doing volunteer work and you have a placard. You can't be driving on this road. It's pedestrian only to get through the site. So the terracotta factory excavated away a lot of the land here. We'll get back to that in a minute, but over here on the right, and a little bit right here too, this is another little piece of history. This is the eastern terminus. I'm backwards today. Eastern terminus of the Eastern Washington Traction Company trolley line. That's sad. Now in 1906, the trolley line, which is this berm over in here, began operation from Easton into Washington. It was extended out through Port Colden where the shops were. Those are still standing. It was a 7-Up plant in later years. And then It's now a truck company. But the line extended in the early 1900s as part of trolley fever, they called it. And it ended right over there at the edge of that slope. They had some landowner issues. People didn't want to sell to extend the rest of the trolley line, so it was abandoned in 1925 and replaced by a bus service. So the main Morris Canal Greenway westbound, so you get the turn blades there, goes over there. And over this way, we've got some more stuff to see. This side trail was an old brickyard road. Now, until recently, I didn't want to promote this site at all, and I wasn't even going to make this video, but there are things going viral about it already, so I wanted to clarify some of the things about the site here. That, yes, it's county property. No, you can't park over there where I just was. And to visit the site back here we're coming to, which is the turbine chamber, we urge everyone to stay out of the structure itself because of the unstable nature of it. Now you're looking straight on at what's left of the turbine chamber. The turbine chamber was built above ground. It wasn't something dug out and tunneled like is often believed, but rather built and then backfilled around. So, and this is an 1840s version of it. The original incline planes, as I've stated before, were overshot water wheels. This was a Scotch turbine chamber, operated on the same principles as a sprinkler system. But now that it's fenced off, it's a little better to promote it. Once again, people are posting about this site all the time now, and I'd like to clarify what you're looking at. So that would have all been underground. And over here to your left is where the tail race tunnel would have continued. So Terracotta Company came in and excavated all of the land around it, which gives us the unique opportunity to kind of have a cutout of what it looked like when the canal was building this. The top of the plane would have been over here. Once again, that was all excavated away. It's over beyond the fence over here to the left. And that went up over here to the Kugelmeyer farm. That section of it is private, so we have the trail once again goes over onto Terracotta Road. So don't try to trace the canal up through there. The maps might make it look like you can do that, but it is absolutely necessary to respect the private property owners adjacent to this, because it's the partnerships we've had with them that have allowed us to open up this trail and to open up the greenway as much as we have. When people don't respect it, it creates a negativity around doing these types of things. So if you're going to visit any of these sites, everybody park on Hoffman Road. Do not try to drive down Brickyard Road. Do not try to go down the road further on the canal to the private homes. And don't trespass into the structures. We've already had problems with people going into structures in Warren County in the past, and it resulted in the demolition of these structures. So I'm a little less concerned about people coming in here now because it's so far from the road. I think the people that do make it out this far are ones that respect it, but please continue to respect it so we can keep it open. Let's look back this way really quick, and you can see the berm over there that's left of the Easton Washington Traction Company's trolley. It never made it all the way to Port Murray. This was the closest it made it over here. They eventually planned on extending out to Hackettstown and connecting with other lines out of Morristown, but that trolley fever kind of just fizzled out. So there you have it, remnants of Morris Canal Incline Plane number 5 West. Respect the site, and see you next time. Wave bye, Ev. Good job.